Hey everyone, it's Brano, and I want to talk about making a game above your ability. Now, one of the things you need to do in order to learn is to challenge yourself. And the best type of challenge is one where you're stretched to your full extent, but not beyond it. It's really good to succeed at your limit. That is like the perfect challenge for anyone who wants to get good at anything. But you need to be realistic about what is theoretically achievable. So, I announced that I was going to make an RTS for my next game, and a bunch of people warned me about what I was getting myself into. Now, I didn't fully dismiss the feedback, but I went on ahead because I needed to see how far could I get. But I kept all of that feedback in the back of my mind. It basically gives me the heads up that, look, this is a real challenge and you need to know what you're getting into. So I was able to set myself the right expectations that I may have to abandon the project. Because, like, I've never made an RTS before. I've made tower defense games, but that barely an RTS. And I haven't made multiplayer games before as well. So there were a lot of unknowns going into this project. Because I don't know if I have the skills to even make it, or if I've just got the skills to turn it into a good game. Like, I don't know where I land in the grand scheme of things. And there's no, like, objective metric to it. It's very personal, it's very subjective, and the only way for you to learn what you should or shouldn't do sometimes is to experience it yourself. You always want to learn from other people when possible, but when it's a personal limitation, you kind of have to experience it yourself and not waste time on anything else. And so, the good news is that I have technically got the skills to make an RTS. The bad news is that it's going to take me so much longer than my self-imposed 2-year limit. And in addition, I'm not convinced that even if I extended that to 7 years, that I would end up with an RTS game that I would personally want to play myself. Because it's difficult enough to make a game, but it's extraordinarily difficult to make a game worth playing. And as I got closer to finishing the base mechanics of my RTS game, I was finally able to get over that hill to see the mountain that was the rest of the project. And what I saw was a very, very difficult climb that I considered my opportunity cost, and I went, no, I'm not going to make anything worthwhile if I continue down this path. So, yeah, I just wasn't able to see a path forward for me to make a game that was worth playing. I got the skills to finish an RTS. I don't have the skills to finish a good RTS. So, it's pretty clear that I now have to rethink how I'm approaching game dev and how I want to proceed in the future. But, I know, with that said, no regrets. This has been an extremely valuable learning experience for me because there's just so much when you punch above your weight in terms of design and taking things. But with that said, there are diminishing returns to it. There's also a lot to learn when finishing a project that you are capable of. So you kind of want a bit of both, and I would say you want a little bit of challenging yourself beyond your full extent, or to your full extent, preferably. But you want a lot more challenging yourself in a way that's still quite pragmatically achievable. And you just got to be honest about when you have a chance worth taking and when you have a chance, and when you basically have no chance of succeeding in the way that you want to succeed. So, I'm going to be making a new game. I'll share it with you guys once it's a little bit more established. I've got an idea about what I want. It's going to be so much more easier to make. But with that said, You want an easy game to make because the challenging bit is making that easy game really good, because there's so many little things that go into making a game. Then that's the thing that I learned when finishing Healed to Death. There's so many small details that you need to spend a lot of time on making good. And there's no way I could do that with the RTS game. So anyway, that's my announcement of saying the RTS game, I'm abandoning it, and I've got no regrets about it.